What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. We're going to continue our Greatest Fighters of All Time series. But right now, we're going to take a look at a bantamweight from Puerto Rico, the great Manuel Ortiz. Let's take a look at his phenomenal career. Manuel Ortiz, a chunky, aggressive pressure fighter with an iron chin and a very genuine love of life, dominated the bantamweight division for most of the 1940s. His was a story from the movie script. A truck driver who went to watch an amateur show. He was persuaded to fill in as substitute when a fighter did not turn up. Loved it and changed his life on the spot. In 1937, he traveled to Boston to win the National AAU flyweight crown and turned professional at 21. Learning his trade in the rings around Los Angeles, losing almost as many as he won. Gradually, his hard-hitting, big-hearted display earned him a sizable reputation throughout the United States. Eventually, at the Hollywood Bowl in August 1942, the 5'4" slugger from Corona outpointed Lou Seliker over 12 rounds to win the World Bantamweight title. I'm going to show you Lou Seliker. This is Lou Seliker. Now, Lou Seliker was an outstanding fighter himself. A very good fighter. And Manuel Ortiz took the title from him. And that was quite of an accomplishment. Now, Ortiz was a phenomenal success, defending his championship an incredible 8 times in 1943 alone. He defended his title 8 times in 1 year, and 15 times, although before he was outpointed by Chicago's light-hitting but crafty Howard Dad. Now, Howard Dad was a very good fighter. He was. A 12-1 underdog in San Francisco in January 1947. Poor Dad was champion for 2 months. In March 1947, Ortiz outpointed him in Los Angeles and carried on where he left off, definitely turning back 4 more challengers before the ambitious, determined South American Vic Towell. Now, Vic Towell was a very good fighter. He's from Johannesburg. I'm going to be doing a profile on him probably in a couple of weeks, probably about 2 to 3 weeks. I already have something lined up before that. But he's an interesting character himself. So let's take a look at his fight record. Now, Manuel Ortiz was born 1917, El Centro, California. Nationality, Mexican bantamweight. Okay, I keep saying he's Puerto Rican. He's Mexican. Managed by Frank Farmer and Johnny Rogers. 1938. He had several fights. Benny Goldberg, he lost 4. Sammy Laporte, he won 4. Tony Navarro killed him in the 3rd round. Franchi Savender defeated him in 4 rounds. Richie Lemons defeated him in 6 rounds. 1939. Canada Lee. Canada Lee was a phenomenal African-American fighter. I have him in my book as well. I'll probably show you him as well. Very good fighter. He was in movies after he started boxing. You know, after he finished with his career. He was in a movie with Henry Armstrong. Keep Punching. That's the name of the movie. Killed him in 5 rounds. Small Montana. Very good fighter. Have him as well. Lost in 10 rounds. Sammy Laporte. Killed him in 7 rounds. September 15th, Lou Seliker, Hollywood, lost in 10. That's a fight I just showed you. 1940, Barney Reyes defeated him in 10 rounds. Pancho Levas, he lost in 10 rounds. January 30th, Little Dado, very good fighter, Filipino, a 10-round draw. These are very good fighters. Cleo Shane, November 22nd. San Diego, California, defeated him in 6th round. Cleo Shane is a dynamite fighter also. Very hard puncher. 1941. January 10th, Rush Dalma, Hollywood, California, KO'd him in 3 rounds. March 14th, Lupe Cardoza, Sacramento, California, KO'd him in 9 rounds. May 9, Carlos Chavez, Hollywood, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. November 7th, Donnie Massey, Hollywood, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. November 21st, Johnny Grady, Hollywood, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. 1942, March 6th, Little Pancho, Hollywood, California, KO'd him in 7 rounds. May 30th, Leonard Lopez, KO'd him. July 3rd, Elwood Romeo, Hollywood, California, KO'd him in 6 rounds. August 7th, Lou Salica, Hollywood, California, defeated him in 12 rounds. And that's when he won the World Bantamweight Championship. So they actually exchanged titles. September 25th, Bobby Carroll, good fighter, San Diego, California, KO'd him in 5 rounds. Had 2 more fights in October. 1943, January 1st, a title opportunity. Kennedy Lindsay, Portland, Oregon, defeated him in 10 rounds. January 27th, Georgie Fratesi, Oakland, California, KO'd him in 10 rounds. When you hear me pause, I'm double checking something, so please excuse me. March 10th, Lou Salica, Oakland, California, KO'd him in 11 rounds. April 2nd, Pedro Ramirez, Hollywood, California, KO'd him in 6 rounds. April 28th, Lupe Cardoza, Fort Worth, Texas, KO'd him in 6 rounds. Just skimming along here. November 23rd, Benny Goldberg, Los Angeles, California, defeated him in 15 rounds. That was a title bout. October 1st, Leonardo Lopez, Hollywood, California, 4 rounds. 1944, March 14th, Ernesto Aguirre, Los Angeles, California, defeated him in 15 rounds. April 4th, Tony Olivia, Los Angeles, California, defeated him in 15 rounds. May 19th, Pee Wee Lewis, very good African-American fighter. He was out of California. Hollywood, KO'd in 9 rounds. I'm going to show you all these guys if you hang out with me long enough. July 17th, Willie Pep, Will of the Wisp, Boston. He lost in 10 rounds, but who didn't lose to Willie Pep? August 29th, good Mexican fighter, Yurick Bolanos, Los Angeles, California, KO'd him in 6 rounds. September 12th, Luis Castillo, Los Angeles, California, KO'd him in 4 rounds. So this went on and on and on. 1945, January 12th, Baby Gonzalez, Hollywood, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. January 26th, Burt White, San Diego, California, KO'd him in 7 rounds in the U.S. Army. So this is when the war was on, and a lot of titles were frozen at that time, depending on the weight class. 1946, he went on to win all his fights except for his last one of that year, October 22nd, Carlos Chavez. Very good Mexican fighter, Los Angeles, California. He lost in 12 rounds of a title bout. But the thing was, the titles were frozen at that time. 1947, January 8th, Harold Dad, San Francisco, lost 15, and he lost his bantamweight title. But 2 months later, March 11th, Harold Dad, Los Angeles, defeated him in 15 rounds and re-won his bantamweight title. May 30th, David Cool Kong Young, 15 rounds. He defeated him. Manuel Ortega, El Paso, Texas, KO'd him. Well, he was actually knocked out himself in 8 rounds, 1948. 2 L's on his record. September 28th, Laurel Salas, very good Mexican fighter, actually defeated Jimmy Carter as well. and took Jimmy Carter's lightweight crack before he lost it back to Jimmy Carter. That was in Los Angeles. He lost in 10 rounds. October 29, Buddy Jalek. I don't know why this is focused. It's in and out. I'm sorry about that. Hollywood KO'd him in 8 rounds. December 14, Maxie Dukinson. Los Angeles, California. Lost in 10 rounds. Title bout. Now, Maxie Dukinson had a brother by the name of Bernard Dukinson. You know, Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, he was up there with him. He lost to Sugar Ray Robinson. 1949. March 1st, Dado Marino, good fighter, Honolulu. Defeated him in 15 rounds for the World Bantamweight title. Laura Solis, Los Angeles, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. That was April 26th. Jackie Patterson, October 26th. Glasgow, defeated him in 10 rounds. 1950, March 7th, Harold Dad, Los Angeles, California, defeated him in 10 rounds. And May 31st, Vic Tao, Johannesburg, South Africa. He lost in 15 rounds and lost his bantamweight title. Jackie McCoy and Eddie Chavez. 1 win, 1 loss. An outstanding career for an outstanding fighter, Manuel Ortiz. Great fighter, salute to him. You've just been entered into my Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuff series. Salute to you. Thanks for hanging in with me. Peace.